Pearls. Selena Gomez planted a kiss on Benny Blanco's bare foot, his bare dirty foot, during his podcast. His podcast is called Friends Keeping Secrets. It comes days after fans roasted him for showing the dirty soles of his feet on camera. Instead of backing down from the backlash, she doubled down with a smooch heard around social media. Take a look.
My mom said I was very... They like that?
Oh, don't make it a moment.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I liked it. It made me feel good. I love you so much.
Selena Gomez just kissed Benny Blanco's bare foot on camera, and the internet has not recovered. Before you think this is some random weird moment that happened out of nowhere, there's a whole backstory here that makes this so much better. Subscribe because we cover all the celebrity moments that have everyone talking, and trust me, you want to stay until the end of this one. Let me paint the picture for you. A few days before the foot kiss happened, Benny Blanco was on camera, and his feet were visible. That is all it took. The internet zoomed in, took screenshots, and the roasting began. People were relentless. Comment sections turned into open mic nights. It was trending. People were quoting it, stitching it, duetting it, doing everything they could to squeeze every last drop of comedy out of this man's feet. It was the kind of pile-on that usually just fades away after a day or two when something new comes along to distract everyone. And here is where most people in Benny's position would have quietly logged off and waited for the storm to pass. Most people would have gone dark, stayed off social media, and let time do its thing. That is the safe play. That is what someone does when they are genuinely embarrassed and hoping everyone forgets. But nobody told Selena Gomez the safe play because she showed up on his podcast, Friends Keep Secrets, and kissed the man's foot. On purpose. With the cameras rolling. And she did not even flinch. The clip hit the internet, and it was like someone dropped a match into a room full of fireworks. People were screaming in the comments. People were rewinding it. People were sending it to their group chats with absolutely no context because no context was needed. You just watch it and your jaw drops because you genuinely cannot believe what you are seeing. And the more you think about the timing of it, the more you realize this was not random. Selena knew exactly what she was doing. The internet spent days laughing at Benny's feet, and her response was to walk onto his podcast and kiss them. That is a statement. That is a whole paragraph written without a single word. Now think about what it actually takes to do something like that. Because it is one thing to be unbothered in private. It is another thing entirely to be that unbothered on camera after a whole internet cycle of people mocking your boyfriend and just casually lean down and kiss his foot like it is the most natural thing in the world. There was no hesitation. There was no looking around to check who was watching. She was laughing, relaxed, completely in her own world with him. That level of comfort with someone does not come from a relationship that is for show. That comes from somewhere real. Selena has been in the public eye since she was a kid. She knows what cameras feel like. She knows what it means to be watched. She has had her personal life torn apart publicly more times than anyone should have to experience. Every relationship she has ever had has been analyzed and debated by people who have never met her and never will. Every time she has shown emotion or vulnerability, there have been people lined up to use it against her or turn it into a narrative she never agreed to be part of. She has been through enough to know that no matter what she does, someone is going to have something to say about it. And apparently she decided a long time ago that since people are going to talk anyway, she might as well just live her life and let them. That is the energy she brought to that podcast. Pure, unfiltered, I do not care who is watching energy. And it landed differently because of the context. If this had happened on a regular Tuesday with no drama attached to it, people would have thought it was cute and moved on. But this happened right after days of people piling on Benny, right in the middle of all that noise, and she walked in and chose him loudly and publicly and without a single ounce of self-consciousness. That is when it stopped being just a cute couple moment and started being a whole conversation. Because here's the thing about Benny Blanco. He is not who people expected Selena to end up with. He is not the Hollywood leading man type. He is not someone who shows up on best dress lists or gets cast in action movies. He is a music producer who loves to cook and be goofy and just have a genuinely good time with the people around him. He has never tried to fit a particular image and has never seemed interested in starting. He is just himself, fully and completely, all the time. And apparently Selena Gomez finds that absolutely irresistible, which is why a lot of people simply cannot make sense of this relationship no matter how long they stare at it. The confusion from the outside comes from people projecting what they think a woman at Selena's level should want. They have a template in their heads, and Benny does not match it, so they keep trying to find the flaw in the logic, the hidden reason, the thing that explains why she is with him that goes beyond the obvious answer, that she just actually likes him. And the foot kiss is basically Selena taking that template and setting it on fire while maintaining eye contact with the camera. After the clip started spreading, the conversation online split immediately into two very different camps. On one side, you had people who were absolutely living for it. They were calling it iconic. They were saying it was the most romantic thing they had seen all year, which is a bold take, but also kind of understandable when you think about the context. These were the people who understand that real love is not always pretty or polished. Sometimes it is kissing your boyfriend's foot after the internet spent a week clowning on him, because you want him to know that none of that noise changes anything for you. On the other side, you had the people who were genuinely upset. And not performatively upset. Actually upset. These are the people who have spent years feeling personally invested in Selena's love life and who have very strong opinions about what she deserves and who she should be with. They were in the comments writing paragraphs about settling and worth and what this moment supposedly reveals about her state of mind. As if a woman who kisses her boyfriend's foot in a moment of pure affection is someone who needs an intervention. The concern was intense and also pretty revealing about how people treat women's choices when those choices do not match what the audience had planned for them. Selena has been navigating that kind of outside opinion her whole career. People have always had feelings about who she is and who she should be. But there is something different about how she is handling it now compared to earlier in her life. She is not trying to explain herself. She is not softening the edges to make the relationship more palatable to people who are skeptical. She is just fully in it and fully showing it, and if that makes people uncomfortable, that seems to be genuinely not her problem. The foot kiss was basically a visual representation of that mindset. The setting matters here too. Friends Keep Secrets is Benny's podcast. It is his space. It is a place where he gets to be completely himself without anyone managing his image or telling him to dial it back. Selena coming into that space and being completely at home in it, jumping into the energy of it, doing something as spontaneous and unscripted as that kiss in the middle of a recording, tells you everything about how integrated they actually are in each other's lives. This was not a planned press appearance. There was no PR strategy behind it. It was just two people hanging out, and one of them happened to kiss the other's foot, and now we are all here talking about it. What keeps pulling people back to this clip is the defiance of it. The completely unbothered, deliberate defiance of public opinion. The internet picked a target, and she walked straight toward it and kissed it. That is funny. That is also kind of amazing. Because most people, when they know the world is watching and the world has opinions, instinctively shrink a little. They get more careful. They perform nonchalance instead of actually feeling it. Selena was not performing anything. You can tell because her body language was completely relaxed. There was no stiffness. No self-awareness creeping in at the edges. She was just there in the moment, with her person, doing something goofy and loving and completely genuine. The reaction from media and commentary channels was immediate. Everyone picked it up. Everyone had a take. Some hosts were laughing and celebrating it. Others were using it to talk about something bigger, which is the way women in the public eye get their personal choices treated like public property in a way that men almost never do. Selena kissing Benny's foot is breaking news and a referendum on her judgment. Benny gets to just sit there and feel loved. The double standard is not subtle and people noticed it, and that conversation became almost as big as the clip itself. But here is the part that keeps sticking with me when I think about this whole situation. Strip away the celebrity. Strip away the viral clip and the comment sections and the think pieces. At the core of this is a really simple and really human thing. Her boyfriend got made fun of, and she showed up for him in the most direct and unambiguous way she could. The method is unusual, yes. The setting is unusual. But the impulse is one of the most universal things there is. You protect your person. You stand by them. You make sure they know that whatever the outside world is saying does not change how you see them. Selena did that with a foot kiss on a podcast and accidentally created one of the most talked about celebrity moments of the year. These two have a pattern of doing that. Every time things settle down, something happens that kicks the conversation back into high gear. Every time people think they have got this relationship figured out, one of them does something completely unexpected that shifts the whole frame. The foot kiss is just the latest example, and it is one of the clearest ones yet because it happened in real time, unscripted, right in the middle of all the drama. And it revealed exactly who Selena Gomez is in this relationship. She is present. She is all in. And she is not going to shrink herself or her affection for anyone watching. People are going to keep having opinions about this. That is not going to stop. But based on what Selena just showed the world, their opinions are going to land somewhere she is not going to be standing. She has already moved on to kissing feet and laughing and recording podcasts and living a life that seems genuinely happy in a way that is very hard to fake on camera. Whatever comes next from these two is going to be unexpected because that is just who they are. And you do not want to miss it when it happens. So if you are not subscribed yet, now is the time. Because we are going to be right here covering every single moment as it unfolds, and the next chapter of this story is already on its way.